What's up? What's up? Lord Skunk here, lordskunk.com. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live show. So excited. We're going to be getting a new Sith Lord, hopefully. We're going to talk about that later in the show. All kinds of good stuff. We got a special top 10 to go along with that. We got the top 10 Empire characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So all kinds of good stuff. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us on the live show. Thanks for all the chats that we got going on. Crazy amounts of chats. Thanks to everybody for coming and supporting the show. Thank you so much. Thank you to, of course, as we start the show every time, thank you to all of our patrons. Support the live show and content for $1 measly a month and get special Discord statuses like hanging out with us in voice chat during the live shows and more. We got more things that are going to be coming. We got a special sponsor we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. Special things you're going to be able to get from them for being a patron. So really cool stuff. Head over to lordskunk.com/support for all the goodies that you can help the live show with, the website, the guides, all the stuff that we do. It's really appreciated. We do have a new patron sponsor level added, so all the reward tiers from all the previous patron levels, plus you get to advertise your site, your page, your YouTube URL, your ally code, whatever you want on the live shows and other video content. Again, details over at lordskunk.com/support. Big shout out to our sponsor patron, Stephen King. What's up, bro? All right, the live show is brought to you by Gamefly. Get 1 month free for all lordskunk.com viewers when you sign up for Gamefly today at lordskunk.com/Gamefly. All right, and last week we talked about Team Skunk being the largest guild community in the world. And I got a funny story that just recently happened. But before I do that, I want to check in. Is Lord Wrath with us tonight? Are we graced by the presence of Lord Wrath?
Lord Wrath is here.
My right-hand man, the master of the order for Team Skunk is here. So what do you feel about Team Skunk being the largest guild community in the world?
It's kind of amazing, right? I mean, we only expected a couple guilds when we started, and we ended up with 13 day one, and now we've got almost 60. So it's pretty amazing. It's a great group too. It's unbelievable.
I love it. I love it. Now, here's this story that happened, okay? So we talked about it being the biggest community in the world. Now, what does that really mean, okay? What does that really mean? So, Hackvort, I'm not sure how we say it. He's been a longtime member, leader in Team Skunk community. But Hackvort sent me this funny PM that he got. This was from T-Bone1269 now. He said, do we have any spots opening? And Hackfort said, we will tomorrow, but I just upgraded our requirements. Why are you asking? T-Bone says, I'm traveling in Arkansas on vacation, and I met someone who was in a Team Skunk guild and was thinking maybe moving to another guild. So if we have a spot free, I'd like to have him talk to you. His name is Miguel. Then Hackfort goes into some other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then Hackfort said, but I have to ask, how the heck did you find a guildmate while driving through Arkansas? Do you wear Team Skunk shirts, or did you drive through the countryside yelling, yo, Skunk's here? LOL. T-Bone says, LOL, I'm on vacay and stopped at a pub, and he worked there. He saw me playing the game, and we started talking strategy. He sounded like a Team Skunk member, so I asked, and he was. I was thinking of buying a shirt, though. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Chicky Cutie, you probably bump into people. We got a lot of like New Zealand, Australian people. We got so many Canadian. We got just people all over the world from Team Skunk. It's just so funny to bump into somebody like that. Isn't that nuts? I had to share that. Chicky, say something.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I just I get a lot of like messages and images that people send me, but and usually this is like usually a guild drama or a guild issue, and then I send it to Lord Wrath, but I was like, this is absolutely amazing. I got to share this. That's a funny story. I mean, how random is that? You're driving through some random state, you stop at a bar, you pull out your phone, you're playing Galaxy Heroes, you bump into a bartender, and they play the same game. Not only do they play the same game as you, but they're in the same guild community as you. So that's how big Team Skunk is. So if you're in a guild and is struggling and you're looking for that long-term guild community home, make sure you head over to teamskunk.com. We have just too much fun over here. All right, so speaking of that, new Lord Skunk and Team Skunk merch available, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. We were supposed to have new designs. I think McLeod dropped the ball, I'm assuming, because I checked before we started.
The new designs are up.
They're up? I didn't see them.
They might not be available, but they've been submitted.
Okay, so they're just waiting for final approval and all that. Okay.
Yeah, they just need time to process them and put them on the site, but they are with the t-shirt guys and the merch guys, and they will be going up on their systems and available any point early next week.
Okay, cool. So, again, head over to lordskunk.com/merch to check those out. We got two new. I saw the designs. I could probably show them. I didn't think about it. But
yeah, I thought you were going to debut on the
show, sorry,
so
I didn't. I thought they'd be up, but that's okay. That's okay. So we'll look at those later in the week. But we got Ray is Bay. But if you love Ray, like I do, she's up there. And then we're going to have hashtag Will Problems for Lord Wrath, Skycrack, and them are going to be able to rock that t-shirt. So hashtag Will Problems and Ray is Bay will be up in the next couple of days. So really cool. Now, I got something special for you guys. This is a live video of my merch got here. So it's keep in mind right now, the way they have distribution set up, this comes from Cloud City 7. We're going to talk about more a little bit later in the show. But they are based in UK, right? UK-based company.
Yeah, the UK.
So right now, a lot of the orders, if you're ordering from US, come from the UK. So just take just a little bit longer. The shipping's cheap, but it takes a little bit longer. But I finally got my items. So let's play this video. This is a live pack opening of me getting my Lord Skunk, Team Skunk merch. You guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Roll the tape.
It's rolling. All right, so just arrived the Lord Skunk and Team Skunk goodies.
Hey, let me open it first.
Okay, you open it. Let's see what we got. I already see the skunk head. That's good. Oh, there's one.
Is that my mom's?
That might be. Well, now everybody knows I'm Caucasian. Yeah, that's me. So this is the live pack opening of my Lord Skunk, Team Skunk merch that came to my humble abode.
This one's mine.
Right on, brother. That's legit.
Yeah, if you're watching this on or if you're listening to this on the podcast, it might not be as exciting. You better head over to our YouTube channel. But there it is, baby. High quality stuff too, man. I was impressed with the quality.
Exciting.
Oh, you picked up a hot pink shirt as well. Nice.
Hot pink. My daughter had to rock the hot pink. I asked her when she went to school, when she was going to school on was it Thursday? I think I said which Lord Skunk shirt you're gonna wear. She's like, I don't know. So I asked her about 5 minutes later. I'm like, which one did you decide on? She's like, I think neither. I was like, really, really. Black. So I'm wearing the black one right now.
It's alright, Skunk. I'll wear the pink one.
Yeah, we'll have to get Cheeky Cutie one.
Got it. And I packed them in.
Romance was supposed to get that,
That
what's that one? Not a track jacket, but
What, the hoodie?
no, it's like a varsity jacket almost or something.
Oh, the varsity jacket.
Like a bomber
varsity
jacket.
jackets are nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, they're
pretty
really
much.
good.
Did you get it, Romance?
There's another bag inside of it.
No, not yet. I haven't had the chance.
Fun bags. This one's just
Yeah,
bad.
you
I'm
were
a hoodie
kind of
guy.
taking a bit long, purely for the fact that you ordered so much. So, like, your customers may have flagged it as like, whoa, that's way over $200. We need to check this first.
I did all my Christmas shopping. on
Yeah,
there.
and also you hit the perfect storm of like Christmas period and mail strikes and stuff like that. So that's probably like a little longer. But usually it's going to be a bit quicker, and hopefully by end of first quarter this year, at least mid-year, they'll have their distribution network set up with the manufacturers in the U.S. So you'll get them so much faster, and they'll be right there, made in the USA. So
Nice.
still all the same good quality and stuff like that, but just much faster for all you guys over there in North America.
The large and lady. Oh, that must be new.
Yeah, so it's good, man. It's good quality. I
Got like every color, right?
yeah, I got one of every color. I got, it's good printing. It's the
Yeah,
quality
the
sure
quality's
feels good.
amazing.
So
What's that?
yeah, I was happy with it.
Yeah,
Now
they
the cool
got the latest technology and all that.
the cool thing about Cloud City Now, when we did merch before through Team Skunk and Lord Skunk, and it was done, I did it through a printer, local printer that I knew here where I live in the States, and it was cool, but it was, it was just that. At Cloud City, if you go to lordskunk.com/merch, it's not just Team Skunk and Lord Skunk. They got Star Wars, they got everything on there, man. Tell us all the stuff they got in Cloud, because they got a ton of stuff.
They've got literally every license you can think of. There's a couple there that some companies are a bit short about, but otherwise, pretty much every mashup you can think of, every bit of fan art, it's all up there. I've thrown a few of my own designs up there, a couple things there like Adventure Time and some Marvel stuff with all the new cool shows and movies coming out. So if you want to head on over there and just buy it all up, they've got pretty much every piece of garment that you can wear, from hoodies, shirts, varsity jackets, baseball shirts, all that good stuff. And they've also got phone cases.
Phone cases, highly requested.
Yeah, the phone cases are they're really good quality. The artist I was working with over there at Cloud City, he literally has one of their Darth Vader ones on his phone. So they stand by their own product, and they're excellent quality. All the print machines that they use and the manufacturers, they always pick the highest quality garments you can get, and they make sure that the print quality on the people that do their production runs have the latest machine. It's this whole weird and wonderful world of stuff that you never realized happened, and they are the experts in it, in not just the UK but for the whole of Europe. They're huge, and they've been going for ages, and now they have this amazing Cloud City site for everyone to share their artwork and get up awesome merch for custom things like us. So
Yes.
definitely head on over to Cloud City and watch out, because the guys over there have offered us plenty of opportunities for promotions and discount codes and whatnot. So we'll probably be integrating those into the show and the podcast real soon.
Yes, so if you become a patron, you're going to be getting special discounts from Cloud City 7. Make sure you use the URL, lordskunk.com/merch. It'll take you over there directly to their site. Next week, we'll release our promo in celebration of the 1-year anniversary, and I'm happy to announce one of the prizes will be from Cloud City 7. Cloud City 7 is going to be giving us a $100 shopping spree. And I understand, man, it's tough times out there, no matter where you're at, whether you're overseas or you're here in the U.S. It can be tough times in the current economy, in the world economy right now. So an extra $100 to go towards a shopping spree on the lordskunk.com/merch. So it's not just Lord Skunk and Team Skunk stuff. You can get Star Wars stuff. You can get all kinds of stuff that McLeod just said they have over there. So that's really cool that they're doing that. So make sure you check that out. We just did a promo with a $100 gift card giveaway for the Christmas, which was very successful. So this will be similar to that. We'll be releasing that next week in celebration of the 1-year anniversary of this channel on YouTube that started in February 19th to be exact. So make sure that you stay tuned to lordskunk.com and this channel for that. We'll get that information up there, and you guys can have participate in that. Also, we're going to be doing other prizes. That'll probably be one of the big ones, but we'll do some smaller prizes as well for you guys out there that want to help promote and support the channel. Really appreciate it. So let's move in to the guides. I'm going to skip through a lot of this stuff. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but as you guys know, the SWGOHguides.com will give you all the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes guides that you need. You got a question you want answered on the live show, follow @LordSkunk1 on Twitter and tweet with #AskSkunk. We were just talking about that. I think we got through all the questions that the world could possibly want to know about Galaxy Heroes, because we didn't have any new questions this week. So make sure if you're watching the replay of this, or if you're watching this live, get a question up. We'll be glad to answer those at the end of the show, but if not, we'll answer those next week on the live show. We've discontinued the forums. We now are moved entirely to the Facebook groups. So Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, Force Arena, Future Fight, DC Legends, all that you can find over at lordskunk.com/Facebook groups, or FB groups, sorry, lordskunk.com/FB groups. Connect with us and hang out with us and chat over there. We got the Force Arena one's blowing up. The Galaxy Hero one's doing really good. So cool stuff over there. For tonight's show, we're going to be looking at the weekly news, of course. We're going to look at the top character rankings, the weekly meta report, the top 10 list of the week, top 10 Empire characters and Galaxy Heroes. We're going to answer any questions and answers that you guys have. So if you got any questions, you better get them in. And then we're going to have, of course, the live show after party on lordskunk.com Discord server, ally code giveaways, and more. Hang out and chat live with all the other players that you guys see here in the chat and the various chats that we got going on YouTube, on Twitch and all the other sites that we're streaming on right now. So shout out to all the people out there watching the show. Thank you, man. That's what's up. Thank you for watching the replay as well. So here we go. Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news report. What's new? So here's what they said. You've all been speculating some interesting guesses for February's daily login character. And some of you have been right on the money, but Kylo Ren will be the daily login character for February, complete with some exciting new improvements that they look forward to announce soon. We also got the 2 new characters, Director Krennic and Death Trooper. Those events are now live. I did that video of the live stream yesterday of the Krennic event. Did that. Again, don't forget, you can get the Death Trooper premium figure over at lordskunk.com/figures. That thing is so freaking cool. Special Operations. The Special Operations event will soon be underway. Get ready to earn shards for Director Krennic and one of his Death Troopers in an all-new limited time event. Here's a sneak peek at Director Krennic and his Death Trooper. So, Director Krennic, what do you guys think of the artwork on Krennic? We've been kind of bashing them on their artwork they've done for these Rogue One characters. I don't really like his face. What do you guys think? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think bashing is sort of appropriate. It's not the greatest.
It kind of looks like an old school Avatar from things like Knights of the Old Republic or Unreal Tournament, where you used to skin stuff, and he's kind of a little bit blocky and graphic-y.
Yeah, he's got that weird line right down his face. You notice
that?
Yeah,
it's a little angular.
I picture this as what Darth Vader actually looks like in real life.
Nice. All right, so hopefully they'll make some more improvements. Now, we'll get to Death Trooper here in a minute. We'll comment on him. But Director Krennic, Dark Side Empire support character. Standard abilities, inflict stun, ability block, and buff immunity for 2 turns. New debuff, Stagger, similar to Expose, but removes all turn meter. Leader ability enables critical chance plus potency for Empire squads with extra ability blocks. Can't be critically hit while Death Trooper is present. Now, one thing about these 2 characters, which I was kind of holding off, I knew there was going to be something releasing coming down the pipe. I knew there had to be more Rogue One characters coming, and I knew Death Trooper had to be in there eventually. I just knew he had to be. So I was kind of holding off on my Zetas, so I got like 28 Zetas, I think. So I've been holding off. Now, both these characters do have Zeta abilities. So you might want to be aware if you've been farming and holding on to Zetas. Just wait and see. Make sure. Let's find out a little more about these characters, see how they perform over the next week or so. But there might be something to look at. Potentially, Krennic could become the new leader. We'll see for Empire. All right, and here's a look at Death Trooper. Now, Death Trooper, I think they did a little bit better job on the art-wise. What do you guys think about Death Trooper? I mean, it's hard to mess him up. He's all black pretty much.
He looks more like I look.
Yeah, he looks probably just like Wrath. Yeah, this is what Wrath wears to the office.
Or to the club.
Yep, either one. Yeah.
Another trooper dressed in black.
Battle full of bub. Yeah, we almost have an all-black squad now because you can do Palpatine, you could do TIE Fighter, you could do
TIE Fighter.
Yep, Death Trooper.
First Order TIE Fighter.
First Order TIE Fighter, and then who's the other one? Vader.
Kylo Ren.
Vader could be Kylo. Yep, you could do the all-black. So, interesting.
Classic black.
Yeah, might be rocking an all-black squad soon enough. Death Trooper is the first Empire unit with an AoE dispel, so that's nice, and we've been needing that for a while. So that will pair well, I think, with TIE Fighter Pilot, because a lot of times people are putting in B2 for that role, kind of. Standard abilities, inflict dazed and stun. Debuff inflicts death mark, so it's a new thing for a character. We've seen death mark on other NPCs or non-playable characters have had death mark, I believe. Right? I believe there's death mark in Ember.
The Rancor.
The Rancor does death mark. Yep. So we've seen that debuff on NPCs, but we haven't seen it yet from a playable character. So very interesting to see how death mark is going to work in the arena. So here's what it all leads up to. So the Citadel Pack. The Citadel Pack appears after the start of the final tier of the Special Operations event, which we talked about last week, which is now live in the game. Each pack guarantees 5 shards of Director Krennic and Death Trooper. Okay, so I did read this wrong previously. So 5 shards of Director Krennic and Death Trooper with a chance to get 30 shards. So
I think they updated that text before originally said or. So you were
okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we were talking about that last night. Me and Wrath were hanging out on the live stream looking at this event. And I believe, yeah, I think you're right, because I believe it did say or, because we were kind of bashing them a little bit on that. So interesting. So we'll see how this is. So I'm assuming this is probably going to be between 1,100 crystals and a 1,400 crystals pack. I would think maybe somewhere in that range, I would figure. And you got a chance for 5 each, up to 30. And you know that 30 is very low percentage chance. So what do you guys think? Is this Citadel pack something you guys think you'd use your crystals on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, Raph. Of course, Raph.
Anything to take down
Yeah.
space.
Oh,
right
and crystals? Yeah, take them. Take them all. Right, Raph? That's why we got that shirt coming for you, bro. Hashtag well problems.
Gonna make it rain.
Yeah. Yeah, Raph keeps him in business over there at Capital Games. What about you, Cheeky? You got some crystals saved up for this?
Well, I do have some, but I'm free to play. But I happened to dig up this iTunes gift card, $50 gift card that I got for my birthday a couple of years ago. I just found it, and I've been thinking I may just use it for this.
Well, or we could give it away for the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, with that.
So we'll see. We can talk more about that later. All right, so that's the Citadel pack. So we'll see when that thing comes out, how much that's going to be, and if it's going to be worth the value. Of course, we'll keep you posted here on the live show. So make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, guys. Really appreciate it. Just for 2 seconds, just pause, go down to that like button and hit that. That really helps. I love seeing that likes go up, man. It just shows what we're doing, that you guys enjoy it. So I appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when we go live. All right, so Yoda and Palpatine. Now, this is exciting news for a lot of people, okay? Yoda and Palpatine events. So starting in March, they will begin rotating the Grandmaster's Challenge, which is the Yoda, with the Emperor's Demise event. Every other month, these events will still take place on the second Thursday of the month and will last for 7 days. Yoda will run in February, Palpatine in March, Yoda in April, etc. For more information, we can see EA Jesse's events information post for updates on all the event schedules. So I wanted to get the keep the events up there, so we'll do that next week. I kind of ran out of time tonight getting ready for the show, but we do want to go over the events that are upcoming, because that's important. There's so many things that have been coming down the pipeline in this game. We want to make sure that we're current on all of them. But this is good news for people that have been struggling to get Palpatine, because before it was a 6-month window prior to the first time to the second time they released it. So now at least we know people that are preparing, trying to finish off their Palpatine, which is a very highly rated character. We'll get to that later in the show. To get that Palpatine, you'll now have until March to prepare for that and get him. And then, hey, if you don't get him in March, you'll get him in May. So very interesting that they switch that. Very good news for a lot of people. All right, improved guild chat notifications. So this is a highly requested feature. Your guild chat has been updated with the following changes. Change notification from 4-star and higher to 7-star only. So when Cheeky Cutie 7-star is a character, that's all we'll see. We won't see all of her other characters that she's 4-starring, 5-starring, 6-starring. Only that 7-star. Change notification from gear level 7 up to gear level 9. So you won't. That's big for us, because we won't see Skycrack spam this chat whenever a new character comes out. And he's gearing them up in like 10 minutes. So, Shard Shuffle, Shore Trooper has been added to the Light Side Battles Hard, Tatooine 9B. I did that in the live stream. Me and Lord Wrath were working on helping me try to get through that. I still haven't got through that 9B. Heard a lot of different ways to do it. A lot of people commented. So, if you have a way how you beat Light Side Battle 9B, post that here in the comment section. Love to be able to see it.
I heard Jyn Erso is the key.
I tried it with Jyn Erso with the res and stuff too. I heard that. That's good. I heard General Kenobi. I heard Old Ben. I heard Baze. There's a lot of different ones. I just haven't found that right. Maybe I just haven't got the right RNG yet. You know what I mean? To be able to get through it. So we'll see. But yeah, keep us posted in the comment section if you guys have completed it or have ideas.
Have you tried Mob Enforcer? I hear he's on the rise.
I was gonna ask Skycrack if I could borrow his max gear, max modded Mob Enforcer to see if I can.
Well, his might actually be able to do it.
Yeah, his probably could. You could probably take any one of his characters and get to. So, but then some new bugs that they fixed. Recently fixed the bug that prevented the target lock bonus of First Order TIE Fighter's strafe ability from triggering if the target is defeated by the attack. Cassian Andor will now prioritize Shock Grenade over other abilities when under AI control. And they fixed the bug that caused the AAT's turret to deal massive damage to Boba Fett even when he has the Bounty Hunter's Resolve buff. So those were the bug fixes that they did. So what's ahead? So this is what you've all been waiting for and all have tuned in excitingly and patiently waited through all of my massive promotion. What's ahead? A disturbance echoes through the galaxy, residing in shadow and hungry for power, and all we have is this very vague image, this mysterious image of a red lightsaber and a very handsome hand holding it. So here's some guesses, and we're going to go through these, and you guys can kind of comment and let us know. We really needed somebody like Miles Riker here to kind of go over all the history of these characters. I just don't know every single backstory on every single one of these characters, but we're going to get through some of them here. Whoops. Where are we going? There we go. Revan. Revan could be one of the choices. So who is Revan anyways? Revan is a renowned as the Revan-kissed. How do I say that? Revan? How do you say it? Does anybody know? Talon, you probably know how to say that. Revan-kissed, honored as the Revan, reviled as Revan the Butcher, dreaded as the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Revan, and praised as the Prodigal Knight. He was a human male who played pivotal roles as both Jedi and Sith in the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War. So we saw Revan in Knights of the Old Republic. So could it possibly be Revan?
Awesome.
What do you guys think?
Yes.
They
I
have
hope so.
similar looking hands.
One of the
Magic
most powerful
eight balls,
Sith
yes.
to ever exist. Yeah, buddy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
he's probably the highest on my list. That's why he's first year. So this is what Darth Malak had to say about Revan. Savior, conqueror, hero, villain. You are all things, Revan, and yet you are nothing. In the end, you belong to neither the light nor the darkness. You will forever stand alone. So could it possibly be that maybe if they did put Revan in the game, that he could maybe be light and dark? Maybe he could have some synergies for both. That would be interesting. I heard that brought up. There could be some cool stuff. So any thoughts on Revan, or any last comments you guys want to say on Revan? Anything?
I always pronounce it Darth Raven, and you're Raven Kissed. Is how you pronounce
Raven
it.
Kiss. Okay, it could be Raven. Well, didn't they say his name in the game? I can't remember. I played it so long ago. It was one of my favorite console games of all time. Was Knights of the Old Republic. Such a good game. So here we go. Darth Malak. Speaking of Malak, here's Darth Malak. Look at him. He's cute. Handsome man there. That's probably really what Wrath looks like. That's Wrath sitting in it. Look at guys. That's Wrath sitting in his computer right there. He's got the little breathing apparatus. He's got the bloodshot eyes. That's from being out at the party all night, hanging out with the wrong kind of girls. All right, so go ahead.
Is there really a wrong kind?
I don't know. We have to ask Cheeky. I believe her in charge of all of our females in regards to Team Skunk. She's the female leader. She co-captains that with Toby. So who is Malak anyway? Darth Malak was a human male who reigned as a Dark Lord of the Sith during the Jedi Civil War before becoming a Sith Lord. Alec was born on the planet Quelli in the Outer Rim territories. So he started out as friends with Raven, however you want to call it. So he started out as friends, and then they went through the Jedi Order together, and then they become bad boys. So what are your guys' thoughts on old Malak? Would you like to see Malak in here?
Only if they're going to pay me some residual for my likeness.
That very well could be.
Sunday morning after a 48-hour club break.
Bender, yeah, after a 48-hour bender. What do you think, Cheeky Kitty? Would you like to see Malak in here?
He looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm a bit of a noob. I'm not very familiar with all these new Sith guys, but he looks cool.
She's definitely a fan of Lord Wrath and Darth Malak, so it's good. It's good to know.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that if you want to be a Dark Lord of the Sith, you got to wear a helmet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
It's
he just looks like Vader without the
without the helmet. Yeah, that's a good point, Talon. That's a good point. That's what I was kind of thinking when I saw that. So yeah, you're right. You gotta get a sick helmet on if you're gonna be a true Sith Lord.
He does wear a cape, though.
Yeah.
We'll give him that.
And they all have red lightsabers, so it could be any of them so far. So here's what Darth Malak has to say. There's nobody left who remembers who I was before, but they'll remember Malak. I'll make sure of that. Interesting. So we'll see. It could be Darth Malak. Also a possibility, Darth Plagueis. Could be Darth Plagueis. Could be him. Look how cute he is. So Darth Plagueis could be a possibility. So who is he anyways? Darth Plagueis, a Mun. How do you say it? Moon. It's M-U-U-N. Is it Moon? Mun? I got Darth Plagueis novel. I'm kind of trying to read it. I think I'm on like chapter 5 or something. It's a long slog for me to get through.
I think it's just Mun.
Mun? Okay. So Darth Plagueis rose to power as all Sith did during the time of the Sith Law set down by Darth Bane, the rule of two, by killing his master, Darth Tenenbaum. I think that's how you say that too. I don't know. I've written the book though. Tenenbaum wasn't in it for very long. Two, there should be. No more, no less. One to embody the power, the other to crave it. So while his master lay slowly dying, Plagueis observed the midichlorian slowly dying and leaving his body. This would be the starting point for a lifelong obsession with immortality that resulted in the birth of Anakin Skywalker. So very interesting. Plagueis, I don't, compared to the top two, I don't see it being Plagueis over them, but it could be a possibility. I mean, that last line right there, is a big line. It resulted in Anakin Skywalker. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. What do you guys think?
I'm not sure if that's just theory from the expanded universe among the Star Wars community, or whether that's actually official canon in one of the novels. But definitely within the expanded universe, one of the theories as to who is Anakin Skywalker's father is Darth Plagueis.
Well, here's a quote. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic, he could save others from death, but not himself. Little did Anakin know at the time, but Emperor Palpatine was speaking from first-hand experience, as he was Plagueis' Sith apprentice named Darth Sidious. So we know Plagueis is canon for sure because they talk about him in the movie. So we know that for a fact that Plagueis is there. They did release the book, obviously, Darth Plagueis, which goes over kind of his backstory. And then we do know that Anakin was born of pure midichlorians from Episode 1. So very close. It could be a major player there. I mean, if he was the creator, I don't know if I'd say the father, but if he was the creator of Anakin, that is interesting. So coming in at number 4 of what Sith Lord could it possibly be? Darth Bane, probably one of the sickest Sith Lords of all time, the creator of the Rule of Two. Darth Bane. No helmet though. No helmet for Bane? Bane didn't wear a helmet either, huh?
Us good-looking Sith don't need to hide our features.
That is true. And they're all bald-headed. So all Sith that don't wear helmets, even the ones that do, I think, are bald-headed. So interesting.
Well, the evil, just makes your hair go away.
True. Male pattern baldness in evil Sith Lords. So who is Darth?
Testosterone levels, too.
Darth Maul had a full head of, long locks before.
Yeah, before the horns came in. So who is Darth Bane anyways? I am the Dark Lord who will restore the Sith to glory. They call me Bane. All right, so Darth Bane is an ancient and legendary Sith Lord. It was Darth Bane who saw that the Sith traditions of old were ultimately a dead end. All too often, squabbling Sith and their bid for power upended carefully laid plans. After the Sith were decimated by the Jedi Knights of 1,000 years ago, Bane enacted the Sith Rule of Two. There would be only 2 active Sith at one time, a Dark Lord to embody the power and an apprentice to crave it. These Sith would operate in the shadows, favoring guile and conspiracy to bring down their opponents rather than brute force. That is, until it was time to rise. Now, Darth Bane would be an epic character to be in there. I don't know if I don't think this would be Darth Bane. I really feel it's going to be Revan or Malik possibly. But Darth Bane, man, what do you guys think? That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
I would definitely be happy that I saved my Zetas. So interesting. So it could be any one of these 4, or it could be none of them. But whoever it is, we are looking forward to the power of the dark side.
The dark is rising.
So let us know in the comments below who you think it could be and who you hope it will be. I believe we got Darth Nihilus, people were saying in there. I mean, there's a ton of more Jedis that could be out there. So we'll see. So here we go, the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes character rankings. So recently we launched a full Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes character rankings as voted on by you and the rest of the player base. This is a live rankings and changes at any minute based on your rankings and votes. You can always find the list at lordskunk.com/ranks. So we're going to look at this week's quickly. We'll run through what changes we've seen. These are the top 10 characters in all of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Coming next week, the top ship rankings list. Stay tuned to lordskunk.com for more details. We're going to have the top ships. And as a bonus to that, we're also going to have the top capital ships as well for you guys. So top 10 highest ranked characters in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes this week as voted on by you. Number 10, Jedi Knight Anakin falling 2 spots this week. Jedi Knight Anakin is falling 2 spots this week. Now, guys, what do you think about Jedi Knight Anakin? Why would he fall 2 spots? What's going on with Annie? People just don't like him anymore, or what's the deal?
I wonder too if people have dropped the Barris since they refunded the Zeta, so now it's not as useful to have all Jedi.
That very well could be. Yeah, but the Bears could have an impact on that for sure. Interesting to see. But yeah, Jedi Anakin, number 8 last week, now falling all the way to number 10. Coming at number 9, TIE Fighter Pilot, who moves up a spot this week. TIE Fighter Pilot, which is good because we're moving towards that Empire, it looks like. So that's interesting. Number 8, also up a spot this week, Biggs Darklighter. Of course, we still got a ton of Rebels out there.
You'll see those start dropping right as soon as Krennic and Death Trooper start hitting the streets.
Yeah, I think so. I think Krennic and Death Trooper will probably be in the top 20. I would say probably by middle of next week. I would figure more people start to be able to play with them and use them and kind of see them in action. So I definitely think we'll see them. So falling 4 spots, falling hard from last week. We have to talk to Maui Bean about this because Maui Bean put him as the number 1 Zeta in the game. Number 7, Qui-Gon Jinn. So falling 3 spots. Qui-Gon's not doing so hot. Again, I think it might be because of that, possibly like Raph said, that Barris. Rob C. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Nice. I like it. All right, number 6, Darth Vader moving up 1 spot this week. So Darth Vader was 7 last week. Now he moves up to number 6. So we are starting to see the dark side rise for real on our top character rankings. Number 5, Lando Calrissian moving up in rank 1 spot this week. Number 4, Wedge Antilles went up from number 5 last week. Number 3, General Kenobi holding steady again this week at number 3. General Kenobi has secured the number 3 spot on the top Star Wars Galaxy Heroes characters list. Number 2, Emperor Palpatine in constant battle with our number 1 pick this week. The Emperor falls to number 2. Ignore that typo there. So Emperor Palpatine has been blown out of the top spot. Finally, number 1, Boba Fett. The battle continues, and this week, Boba ends up on top. So it's always been a battle since we've created this list between Boba Fett and Emperor Palpatine as number 1 and number 2. So very interesting. What are your thoughts, real quickly, guys, on this ranking? Anybody want to chime in? Anybody you see on there that surprises you, or
it just looks like anybody who has a ship is just climbing on these lists.
That's true.
Like Boba Fett, like he's a heavy ship guy, right? And everybody wants him. But he's just amazing all around, too.
Yeah, I would expect Vader to keep on rising, too, especially with all these other Empire and Dark Side guys coming on board. He's really useful with Boba, too, right? You can kind of load people up with dots and then hit them with 2 executes.
Yeah, well, last week we did the top 10 Zetas. And number 1, we said was Qui-Gon Jinn. Number 2 was Vader. We had a lot of people, make the comment or the argument for Vader to be number 1. I think depending on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, that very well could be. I think that's a big thing from the player base to see Qui-Gon Jinn fall 4 spots and then see Vader start to rise up, continue to rise. So very interesting to see. We'll have to keep an eye on this. We're going to look at these every week to see how the rankings change in real time. So this is a really cool guide or really cool list. So make sure you head over and check that out. I mean, support the voting on there because the more people that vote, the better we're going to have, the better look we're going to have at this thing. I think we had over 1,000 votes on it already. 1,000 people vote on it. On this list already. So make sure you head over there when things change. There's new characters, Krennic's on there, Death Troopers on that list. Now you can upvote them depending on what you feel about them. So very interesting stuff, and I love looking at that. I look at it almost daily. It's kind of like an addiction to go back and see how people are changing, what's going up, what's going down, compare my roster to it. It's very, very interesting list.
So you watch it as often as Darktron watches kitty videos, then little cats.
Almost as much because we also have a Force Arena one up too that I watch as well. So it kind of split my time between the two. But next up, we got the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes weekly meta report. Are you ready for this, McLeod?
Yep, ready to rock.
I actually verified that we had both the leaders and the members, so we should have both of those. So here we go. We're taking a look at the top 10 leaders at rank 1. Take it away, McLeod.
Right, so this will be quick this week because there's been not a lot of shifting around. In fact, there's no new entries or anything. All we've got is a game of musical chairs here. And the big movers and shakers are at the bottom of the list. We have Qui-Gon Jinn coming back into play, and I would imagine that's because of all the Zetas that people are putting on him, becoming more useful as a leader and is possibly the counter team for all these new dark side Empire teams coming in, as well as the current meta of the Wigs combo with whoever happens to be the leader. And it looks like the dark side is rising as Darth Vader has overtaken both Boba Fett and Emperor Palpatine. He's literally swung over across to second place there behind Wedge Antilles. His damage output from Wedge Antilles with the bonus from the Rebels just still too strong at the moment. They're still holding meta with the Wigs combo with Wedge in the lead, but Darth Vader rising and dragging up all those Empire characters with him, which is probably only going to get worse when we've got Krennic and Death Trooper. So that's all we got really from the leaders. No new entries, all the same top 10. Just Qui-Gon Jinn is pushing Lando down. Lando doesn't seem to be so effective anymore with all these new meta characters from Empire and Rebels coming in. So Lando looks like he's on his way out. And then if we move over to...
You're not going to believe
squad,
this. I did forget the members.
Oh, you did forget the members?
Yeah, it's like my thing now, I think.
Okay,
I don't know how it happens, but just tell us. We love to hear it anyways.
Again, not a heck of a lot of movement there. We've still got Boba Fett now reigning at the top again. First, second, and third is basically Boba Fett and the Wigs combo of Big Starklighter and Wedge Antilles. And the only real change we had from last week is Chirrut Imwe is coming up a little more. Chirrut Imwe is going down a little, and B2 Battle Droid and Shore Trooper have gone ahead of him. So around mid-table, Chirrut Imwe slipping down to bottom 3, and Shore Trooper and B2 Super Battle Droid are coming up. And again, would imagine that's because of the appearance of all these Empire teams. So that's all you really got there. If you really wanted to know, in 4th and 5th position, Emperor Palpatine and Baze Malbus swap place, and that's about it. But that's the only big news really is Shore Trooper and Battle Droid coming up, shoring up all those Empire teams. And that's all we've really got from squad members. So a quiet week there. Everyone probably waiting on the new characters to come out with all the events, and everyone holding station and saving their Zetas and all their materials and seeing what happens there. So check back with us next week, and hopefully we'll have some new movement.
Good stuff. Thank you. All right, so join us for the live show after party in the LordSkunk.com Discord voice chat. To connect with us, go to LordSkunk.com/Discord. We're going to be having that after the live show. We still got top 10. Don't part ways yet. Stick around. We're getting to the top 10 Empire characters, but just a reminder to connect with us. And we had a lot of new people that join, and they don't quite get it. So when you join the server, look over to the left, scroll down. It'll be the voice chat channels. You'll see a whole bunch of us in there. The voice chat channels after the show. I had a lot of people ask, and a lot of people ask, who is this for? Anybody can come to this. Anybody who watches the show is more than welcome to come in and hang out and chat. And Cheeky Cutie always likes to give away ally codes, right, Cheeky?
For sure.
And $50 iTunes cards.
Yeah. Stick around. There might be a $50 iTunes card given away. So you never know. It is the most attended live show after party in the history of the galaxy because everybody wants to come in there and get a chance at Cheeky Cutie's ally code. So it is definitely one of the highest. It is the highest rated live show after party in the galaxy for sure. All right, so moving on here.
What about your code, man? I want your code.
I get a lot of people that add me as allies, and it's so funny because when I used to promote my code on the live show, I would have like literally 300 or 400 ally requests, and it would my inbox would be so full. Like I was always concerned I'd miss like raid rewards and stuff like that. So I do give out my ally code from time to time on there. I do. Maybe I'll give it out today. The other thing though is the sponsor patron. Now, like you can see Stephen King's ally codes up there. If you want allies and you would like to have allies out there and you want people requesting you so you can choose from the best of the best allies, you become a sponsor patron and have it scrolling up there at the top or the bottom of the live shows. Stephen King said he has been getting some allies, quite a few allies from that. So something you guys might want to consider. All right, so now we're going to flip over to the top 10 Empire characters. Very interesting. So let me get that prepared. Pull that up here. Top 10 Empire characters. All right, I think we're ready now. Okay, good.
Okay, ready at number 10. I got to call it before you even say it.
All right, call it right now.
He's the worst Empire character for sure.
Say it.
General Veers, right?
General Veers. All right, fair enough. Okay, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. All right, and now it's time for our LordSkunk.com top 10 list of the week, sponsored by Loot Crate. Get 10% off from Lord Skunk at LordSkunk.com/Loot Crate. Here we go. This week we're going to be looking at the top 10 Empire characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. For over an entire year, the Rebels were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, before the Dark Times, before the Empire. The Empire is back in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and with Zeta abilities and new characters, will be a force in the arena and beyond. Coming in at number 10, Magma Trooper. I'll tighten those restraints, scavenger scum. Magma Trooper has little impact in the Star Wars universe and even less in Galaxy of Heroes. His AoE turn meter reduction is slightly interesting, but he is otherwise forgettable. At least he isn't General Veers. Talon, very nice. So Talon called the number 10 to be General Veers. So kind of a bonus for you at least. General Veers was mentioned as a number 10, but he's even worse than that. So very good stuff there. Stormtrooper, you can go about your business. Move along. Move along. Stormtrooper is not a bad character, but he is easily surpassed by better options. As a tank, he has only modest health and protection. His turn meter reduction is even worse than Tarkin's and Magma Trooper. His high damage variance basic attack is weak and grants no additional benefits. At least he isn't Magma Trooper. So here's something interesting about Stormtrooper, though, because before Stormtrooper was released, I was building an all-Empire team, and that Empire team consisted of Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, Royal Guard, Grand Moff Tarkin, and then Stormtrooper. Okay, so I had the two taunts with Stormtrooper and Royal Guard. So obviously Stormtrooper ended up replacing Stormtrooper, but where I did find some success with him was that Chirpatine group, because I needed a third taunter. It's recommended that you have 3 taunts. So I was running Royal Guard already, and I had Stormtrooper Han. My Short Trooper is not 7 stars, so I could not use him. So I was like, man, what can I do? And I thought about it. I said, well, hey, wait a minute. I got Stormtrooper sitting on the bench. He's like gear 9. Maybe gear 10, I think probably gear 9. I said, you know what, I'm going to throw him in, and it actually worked for me, having that extra taunt in there during that Chirpatine. So there could be some use for Stormtrooper if you invested early like I did. Coming in at number 8, Grand Moff Tarkin, the digitally remastered Grand Moff Tarkin. The Jedi are extinct. Their fire has gone out of the universe. Tarkin has always had an intriguing kit that never produced, even when equipped with mods and gear. His AoE offense down and speed down, and his AoE attack with turn meter reduction can still put a pause in an attacking squad, but he is still waiting to be useful. So Grand Moff Tarkin could be a good character. I looked at him, like I said, a while back, and there could be some potential there, and maybe over the next month or two, we will see something done to Grand Moff Tarkin, because, like I said, he was digitally remastered and was a major player in Rogue One. So very interesting to see if they do anything with Grand Moff Tarkin. Plus, Grand Moff Tarkin does have a capital ship, the Executrix. So he is there for Ship Arena. So there could be some potential there for Grand Moff Tarkin down the line. But as of right now, number 8 Empire character. Coming in at number 7, Royal Guard. Those were Imperial Guards, Lando, the Emperor's personal protectors, handpicked from the very best of his forces. Royal Guard's passive taunt and stun and speed down on his basic make up for his middling damage. On an Empire squad, his AoE buff even grants health regeneration. He may be less devastating than other Empire options, but he is a reliable member of any arena team. Royal Guard held a vaunted spot for a long time when his rework came into play. Probably, what was it, guys? Do you remember? It was like March, April, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like March or April of 2016. And the funny part about Royal Guard, I've said this before on the show, is when you first bought packs, if you bought packs before the rework of Royal Guard, his shards dropped like crazy. So if you bought any packs, you had a pretty good chance that you were going to have a pretty high startup Royal Guard, potentially high startup Royal Guard. And when they announced that rework, they lowered they lowered his drop rate within the packs. So the people that bought packs earlier on in the game had a 7-star Royal Guard right out of the gate. Now, Royal Guard, other than those packs, was only farmable through, I believe, hard nodes, right, guys? Wasn't it high-level hard nodes back in the day? I believe it was. Later, he moved to Cantina.
Yeah, he got a Cantina, but it was like 2 hard nodes.
Yeah, it was. We had two hard nodes. They were high up. They were higher level. So he wasn't easy to unlock early. And the people that did have him really were able to dominate an arena with Royal Guard with that auto taunt. That was very, very, very good back when that rework first happened. So Royal Guard still hanging in there at number 7.
Did you notice they changed the way he holds his stick?
I did notice that. I didn't, and they even changed his picture.
Noticeable.
Yeah.
Why did they change this? But I guess it's cool.
Yeah, it is weird, and it looks like they even changed the animation of it a little bit. So interesting there with Royal Guard. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I don't know what the reasoning was for it, but there must have been some reason why they did it. But yeah, there is a change in there. Good catch on that. I did notice that the other day. I use them a lot in Galactic War. I use Palpatine lead and then a lot of the Empire characters. So
looks like he holds it like an umbrella now.
Yeah, it is a little different. And you know, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's just a little stick or if it's like a shock stick or what. But it's kind of weird.
Like
yeah, it is. It is kind of a weird thing. Coming in at number 6, Shore Trooper, who definitely is higher ranked than Royal Guard and Stormtrooper when it comes to the taunts for Empire. You can't talk your way around this. Shore Trooper has been the wall that initially slowed the Rebel arena meta back when every team was a Wigs wrecking squad. His AoE heal and crit immunity buff is still useful in squeaking out a tough match, and he is now farmable whenever you can get that 3rd star on hard node 9B. Don't get me started on that one. To make him even more useful, he is even a pilot now with a ship that has single target dispel abilities. So Shore Trooper number 6, and my Shore Trooper still 4-star gear 11, and he still works for me when I need him. Coming at number 5, very excited about this one. Death Trooper. It's the trooper you don't see that will get you. He counters those B2 and base teams with daze and stun on a basic attack. His AoE has both mass dispel and healing immunity as well as cooldown increases. He also has an execute ability to deal with those annoying Boba Fett and HK-47 revives. He is just what the Empire ordered, and he's all black, baby. All black. My personal list, I would have Death Trooper up higher just because he looks cool. So very exciting about Death Trooper being added to the game. Speaking of all black, coming in at number 4, TIE Fighter Pilot. What kind of plasty heads is the Empire recruiting for these pilots these days? Fast and deadly, the TIE Fighter Pilot has AoE buff immunity with single target ability block and a reliable foresight basic attack that will stupefy the enemy. You can't kill what you can't hit. TIE Fighter Pilot, number 4, Empire character. Coming at number 3, very interesting here. Coming at number 3, Emperor Palpatine. And now, young Skywalker, you will die. A strong basic attack that is shocking to the opposition, preventing buffs and turn meter gain, an AoE stun, and a health regen ability that also gives his allies offense up. His place in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes meta is all but assured. So very interesting. What do you guys think about Palpatine being number 3? Wow. I'm nervous to see who 2 and 1 is.
I was just saying that 2 and 1 is
and
first.
I can't wait to see who's number 1 and who's number 2.
Very interesting. So let's get into that. Find out who the number 2 Empire character is in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Director Krennic, one of the newest additions to Galaxy Heroes. The power that we are dealing with here is immeasurable. Tenacity down on a basic attack, the highest base damage in the game, an AoE attack that not only grants stagger, a debuff that cripples the attacking team with constant turn meter reduction, but also revives his Death Trooper ally. He will be a powerful character the moment he is available. So Krennic at number 2. Now, I think we all know who has to be number 1. So without further ado,
favorite Sith.
Everybody's favorite Sith Lord. Coming in at number 1, Darth Vader. No, I am your father. Darth Vader is the most powerful Empire character and well worth the long achievement farm. His leader ability allows damage over time to never expire and gives offense and turn meter control to Empire and Sith alike. He will be the meta. Wow. So, What do you guys think of that list? Any thoughts? Any comments? Anybody? You guys are all.
We haven't even seen what Death Trooper and Krennic could do, and they're already like banned right at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their abilities, though, like we looked at Baze, we looked at Chirrut, we looked at even Bistan. I mean, we looked at these characters before they came out, and we were like, these characters are too good to be true. I mean, this cannot possibly make it to the final, the final implementation into the game. When they release the information about these characters, how could that possibly be? And those characters were, they at least met those expectations, if not exceeded them, by how powerful they are. So
these guys are like a direct counter to the Chirrut and the Baze right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna see some interesting things coming our way pretty soon.
As I look at it, though, I'm a little concerned. I'm going to have to put some black electrical tape over Krennic so I have an all-black team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this white spot over here?
He's not the best-looking dude. And you know what? I mean, he wasn't that exciting.
He wears a cape, man. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have a cape.
He wears a cape.
Yeah, he's no Sith. He can't be wearing no cape. So, yeah. So interesting stuff there. I agree with that list for the most part. I think that's good. I put Death Trooper up at number 1, 2, and 3 just because of how cool he looks. But other than that, yeah, that's true. And people are loving Darth Vader. The people that Zeta Darth Vader are not upset. I'm seeing all kinds of crazy videos and stuff. Team Skunk members are posting there. They're doing in these raids with Zeta Vader. I seen one from, I believe it was Nukin. He did a full clear of the Rancor raid with all Empire. None of these other characters. What's Dengar? Complete Empire domination from beginning to end. He did like 10.4 million damage.
Oh, Vader's dots.
Wow.
Never did.
Yeah. Only Empire. That's very interesting that he did that. And he made it to the very end. I think Vader and TIE Fighter Pilot were the last two standing, and he did that the saber throw with Vader, and it just shellacked the Rancor, crushed it, finished it off. So very interesting. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, you should check it out. Nukin did it.
In my final match to take first in Arena this evening, all they had left was Chirrut, and I run a Z Vader. And I hit him. The final hit I hit him for was 120,000. Bye-bye.
Take that. Chirrut. Take that. Nice.
I think I broke his stick.
Yeah, nice. You probably hit him so hard he can see again.
Yeah.
All right, so final thoughts. Here's what it is. Give yourself to the dark side. It is the only way that you can save your friends. Yes, your thoughts betray you. Your feelings for them are strong, especially for your sister. So you have a twin sister? Your feelings have now betrayed her too. Obi-Wan was wise to hide her from me. Now his failure is complete. You will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will. So, if you don't turn to the dark side, one of your sister shardmates probably will. So make sure that you're ready to go and you're ready to compete in your arena with the dark side. This has been another TeamSkunk.com presentation brought to you by Mac at Media Artist Collective. Sponsored by Loot Crate. Get 10% off from LordSkunk.com/Loot Crate today. Thanks for checking out that list. Leave your comments below in the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who are you most looking forward to gearing up next in your Dark Side Empire team? Very interesting stuff. We'll have to keep an eye out over the next week or two to see how this all plays out with Krennic and Death Trooper. All right, guys. Any final thoughts on the list?
Once you go black, you don't go back.
Once you go black, you don't go back. You got to stick that Empire, man. It's tough. I've been dabbling. I was so focused on Empire, and then I stopped being focused on Empire, and I switched to General Kenobi. So hopefully he should be Gear 10 over the next day or two. Finish him off to Gear 11, then I'm going right back to the dark side.
I think the most exciting thing about this update is we actually get another ship for the dark side.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Listen, the TIE Reaper.
Holy crap, I got another Empire ship. Are you kidding me? Woohoo!
The TIE Reaper. So make sure you check out LordSkunk.com. Later in the week, we will be releasing the top ships ranking list. You'll be able to vote on and see the top ships. And the TIE Reaper is on that list. So what, he made a comment there in the section for Short Trooper. What did he say about the ship for him? I didn't. Is Shore Trooper part of the TIE Reaper then?
Yes, it is. Shore Trooper is like a sub pilot, kind of like the way Bizdan and Pathfinder.
He's his wingman.
Okay. So I thought. Okay, I knew the TIE Reaper was released, and I didn't know. I didn't see anything on that. So so that makes sense. So Shore Trooper was added. All right. So let's see here. We got one question asked by one of our longtime question askers, Andrew Bleakley. So we'll do this one question, then we'll wrap up the live show, and we'll head over to the live show after party. Andrew Bleakley asks, so any of you guys can answer this. At Lord Skunk 1, so based on last week's advice on Ayla lead, this is for the phase 1 of the Heroic AT, how do I mod her? How do I mod Ayla to be the leader? Because last week he asked who should he have as lead for the phase 1, which Jedi. We ended up talking about it. Malia Bean and Remon talked about it. They ended up going with Ayla as the best choice. How do you guys recommend modding her for that phase 1?
I think you still mod her with crit chance because that's not going to affect the tenacity for the rest of the groups, right? So you put tenacity on her, it isn't going to help everybody else with her leader ability. And I still like having the crits. That's just me, though. So crit chance so that you can stun the 2 ads. That's my.
I agree. Crit chance.
Go crit damage, man.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying to put that tenacity cross on her.
So that'll help her, but not the rest of her squad. I still think the stun is more valuable.
Stun. Okay, cool. So those are a couple options you could try out and check that out. So thank you to Andrew Bleakley for checking in with us on the hashtag AskSkunk. So again, if you got a question you want answered on the live show, do this right now. Not right this second if you're watching this live, but if you're watching a replay of this, do this right now. Follow at LordSkunk1 on Twitter and tweet with hashtag AskSkunk. Now, for everybody else that's here in the live show that's watching this live, we're going to head over now to the LordSkunk.com Discord. So, again, to join us for the live show after party, we're going to do a couple trivia, too. We'll do a couple trivia over there. We'll have fun with that. So, head over to LordSkunk.com/Discord to have the link that goes directly into there. You can live voice chat with us there in our Discord chat. Also, thank you to all the guests that hung out with us tonight. We had Cheeky Cutie. Daniels Jax made it late. Drew Dog, Lord Wrath, McLeod, Remon's hanging out in there. Soldiers of Bromance, Talon, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the people that watch this show. Again, please just hit that little like button down there. Really appreciate it. Share this on your social media networks. Also hit that subscribe button or follow button if you have not done so. Greatly appreciated. Thank you again to all of our patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, supporting the live show for $1 measly a month, head over to lordskunk.com/support. Greatly appreciate that. Again, guys, we got tons of videos we're going to be releasing throughout the week. Keep an eye out for on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and enable notifications, and we'll let you know when we got new ones up. And again, we'll see you in the next live show next Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon.